I've asked the heads of some of the major AI companies the following question, and I'll ask you. What do you think a 7-year-old, a first grader, needs to know today to be ready for the world that AI is creating?
Well, in a certain sense, it's going to be so novel that none of us are ready for it. But some of the aspects of it are incredibly positive. I mean, we're already creating these AI tutors. So I went to New Jersey to see how a form of AI called Khan Amigo from Khan Academy was being used by the math teachers there. And it was great to see the kid who was way behind, it was helping him. The kid who was way ahead, it was helping him. The promise in areas like health and education of AI improving the world is phenomenal. Kids will choose what they're interested in. They don't all have to be AI scientists. That we only need a small portion to go and do that. But for any young person now, AI can foster their curiosity, help them learn new things. So it's a very empowering tool.
It is an empowering tool, but what I'm driving at is if AI can do most everything the human brain can do in the near future, what do we need to prepare the human brain for? What do we get up in the morning and contribute to the world if AI can do everything?
Well, that's called the embarrassment of riches problem, that, you won't have to work the long hours that you work today. You won't have a shortage of doctors and huge waiting lists. If a kid in the inner city feels like, God, math's not for me, I'm confused, they'll be able to seek encouragement and get things that motivate them to learn those things. And so it's true that if you solve so many of society's problems, society will get to decide, how do you spend time? And how quickly that comes, you'd get pretty broad disagreement, but in general, that's where we're headed. And so that, we'll have more freedom. It's a lot better than things going backwards, where we don't, particularly if you look at a place like Africa, millions die because there's not enough doctors. And we'll use AI to provide medical advice that will eliminate that tragedy.
So what do you teach a first grader to be ready for the world ahead?
I don't think you would change what you're doing today. If they encourage them in the subjects they like. Over the next few years, the AI tutors will come in and help teachers, help them engage their students and motivate their students. But it's not like there's some new curriculum that we need to adopt.
All right, that's interesting. You mentioned Alzheimer's. Your father died with. You mentioned Andrew Carnegie in the beginning of your essay, your note today. And Andrew Carnegie said in his memoirs that he doesn't believe in a personal God that cares about the affairs of man, but he does believe in a God. Is that where you are on the subject?
Yeah, I don't think I have definitive knowledge in this area.
But you seem excited about what you might learn in the next 20 years about this subject.
But I think the basic idea of the golden rule, that we should help other humans, that pervades all religions. And my parents inculcated that in me, and so that guides the work I do.
But you said you're more or less an atheist.
I don't have a particular knowledge of what rituals God wants us to engage in, but my values are very similar to people who are deeply religious.
Interesting. Maybe God will hold a press conference one of these days.
Help.